on coal mining, do we believe Chris Bowen, Pat Conroy or Anthony Albanese? We can't believe all three. So what are you going to do with these 215 companies who qualify to pay some sort of carbon tax, according to Chris Bowen, denied by Pat Conroy, then agreed to by Chris Bowen? Who's right, you, them or anyone else?
Our policy is right, Ray. And by the way, that policy of safeguards mechanism is the one that was introduced by Tony Abbott. It applies to the same companies, to exactly the same companies, not to one company more.
OK, well, let's get this out of the way.
There will be no carbon tax under the government I lead.
One of your predecessors said that. Can you say that today with some clarity?
Absolutely.
Could just say it for me so I've got it on record, please?
Well, we will have no carbon tax.
No, well, let's just make sure there'll be no carbon tax under any government I'll lead ever.
There will be no carbon tax ever.
No carbon tax ever. OK, well, that's obviously on tape, so yeah, go on.
And one of the things that's happened, Ray, is that, and we're seeing it happen in reality now, and you know that this is the case, is how many coal-fired power stations have started on this government's watch? New coal-fired power stations? None.
No.
None. Because what's happening now is that the cheapest form of new energy is renewables. And that's where the investment is going. And that's why our policy has been supported by the Business Council of Australia, the Australian Industry Group, the National Farmers Federation, by the Australian Chamber of Commerce and Industry, as well as the ACTU. That is where the investment is going. And what business is saying is that they want certainty going forward. This government have announced 22 different energy policies and haven't landed one of them. Not one.
Now, I'm glad you raised climate change. Solomon Islands. You said, Tanya Plibersek said, Penny Wong said, the reason that we have the problem with the Solomon Islands at the moment is because we didn't talk Turkey with them about climate change. So, having not talked Turkey about climate change, what do the Solomon Islands do? They sign a deal with the world's biggest emitter, China. So how can our negligent attitude towards climate change with the Solomon Islands force them into the arms of the world's biggest emitter? How does that work?
Well, the fact is that we've dropped the ball, Ray, on so many areas.
No, you said climate. You said climate change, Anthony. How does climate change? Yes.
Ray. No,
yes.
Ray, they say climate change.
No, you said.
They say in their statements when the Pacific, including Australia, have got together, guess what they have to say? They say consistently that climate change is the number one issue